Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Such a dork.
Sorry.
People keep asking us about our gear and our packing for the Amazing Race. How did we get such a good loadout? What did we use? And it's time for us to tell you.
It's important.
It is.
It's important to have the right stuff, to have light stuff, and to have
bright stuff.
Sprite stuff.
Okay. Before we went on the Amazing Race, I watched a few videos by former racers talking about packing. And some of them I watched them and then I wasted money trying to do what they did and wasted time and effort and everything. I wish that the video that we're making for you right now was available before we went on the race, because here it comes.
So what I remember from when we were getting ready to pack is you talked about an outdoor company that you had bought stuff from before that you used for like camping and stuff like
That's
that.
right, yeah.
Which my family does a lot of camping, but we just have whatever we have. You know, I've never really looked into camping gear.
Yeah, and
I guess not just camping, but hiking gear,
yes,
which would be more important for our
there's totally a
thingies.
Temptation to buy cheap stuff and Amazon stuff, and you can go that route if you want to. It'll save you money, but in the Amazing Race, I wasn't looking to save money. I was looking to make money. I was looking to win, and the company that you have mentioned before is called Outdoor Vitals.
That's what we were carrying. Outdoor Vitals, right there on the bottom. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good.
This is the first thing I ever bought from this company, and I bought it from them like 7 or 8 years ago. It's a travel pillow, and I used this thing on the race every flight, and I still use it on flights since then. But I bought a couple other things, a sleeping pad, other stuff from them. They're not the cheapest company out there. I think they are the most lightweight and the most durable and value.
These are quality. Like
these
we don't have any issues the whole time.
These bags are very light and they are perfect for the Amazing Race. I almost feel like the company designed these with the Amazing Race in mind. Well, in general, just traveling. They're not for going backpacking so much. You could use them for backpacking and they'd work great, but they're more for travel backpacking, if that makes sense.
One thing that I love about them is how many pockets there is. Now that's also one thing I hate about them. Because when we were in New York at this last watch party, I brought some markers because somebody said, bring markers to sign pictures. So
nobody cares why you brought markers.
I brought markers, and I searched every single pocket in this bag, and I could not find them. And I think I left them at home.
If you're disorganized, there's too many pockets.
And right before we got on the plane to come home,
there they were.
I unzipped one of the pockets, and there they were.
Okay, I'm not going to do let's not do a full review of the bag and all of its features, because you can look up, there's some good features. Yeah, there's some good videos out there, and I highly recommend this bag. Don't spend half the money that you would spend on this on Amazon and then go on the Amazing Race, or you'll wish you had, and you'll be like, why didn't I listen to Joel?
A lot of production even asked us about these bags, like the camera and sound guys.
Yeah.
We're saying, I gotta get myself one of those bags,
yes,
because they're just such good bags.
And about every couple of days, somebody sends me a message on some platform and says, tell me about that backpack you had on the Amazing Race. Now, we added some Velcro patches to them, so that's not how they come. But on the race, we had these black Velcro patches on them. But I decided to get other things by the same company, too. That's not all we brought. But, I mean, these pants that I'm wearing that you can barely see.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, sorry. Let's keep it family. Why don't you pull out the pants?
Here's a family shot. I brought it all in my bag. So we brought a couple pairs of shorts. You just bumped the camera. You need to calm down.
Sorry.
A couple pairs of shorts, a few shirts, which we knew we were going to just have to wash those anytime we got a chance. But
we brought 2 mini shirts and shorts, by the way. We ended up ditching some of it.
Yeah, but you never know if you're going to be in a cold weather environment or warm weather, so we had to have some warm clothes also, just in case. And that was one awesome thing about this company is they had these pants, which these are lightweight pants, really light, but they also are very warm.
I don't remember what they're called, but there's something adventure pants. But they have all kinds of zippers on them that you can use to make them cooler or warmer. We were wearing these in Sweden when we skydived.
Yeah, when we went skydiving, we figured it was going to be cold up there, and then we just wore those the rest of the day. And then we got, what is this, the dragon wool hoodie or something like that?
Yes. I love it.
So it's also super lightweight and thin material, but it keeps you very warm.
And it packs down so small. That was the most important thing. This stuff did not take up very much room in our backpack.
And I like the hood part of it too, because it just snugs right around your head. In fact, that's not the one you're wearing.
I'm wearing the sun hoodie, which is also
which
from
I got that
Vitals.
too. But yeah, that's
It has a hoodie.
And I think if I remember it has like UV protection in it too.
Yeah.
So.
I was wearing this the whole time we were in Ireland.
But it's also super thin, like see-through thin pretty much. Can you see me?
It gets so small and it weighs nothing. That's what, I mean, yeah, that was my thing going into this. Let's spend a little bit more. Let's get the best gear we can. And I am so glad.
Oh yeah, it was nice to have this.
And before you say, oh, how much did Outdoor Vitals pay you to do this? Not a cent. They hardly even know who I am. I did reach out to them and tell them that I loved their stuff though.
But Outdoor Vitals, if you're listening,
please do pay us.
Please send us checks.
Yeah, we accept payment, but no, this isn't one of those paid advertisements. This is what worked for us on the race. I do want to talk about the shorts there's one more Outdoor Vitals item that we didn't talk about. Let's just get all those at once. It's the
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's the windbreaker. I can't remember what it's called. Nebo or something. I'm not sure. But okay, this windbreaker gets so small, it weighs nothing. And when it was freezing cold in Sweden, we had this over. I think I wore this over this.
I wore it over the Dragon Wool hoodie, I think.
And I wore it over the Sun hoodie.
Yeah, it made all the difference. Put the hood on though and show them, because every one of these has the same type of hood where it snugs all the way around your head, so the wind doesn't blow in, and it's super warm.
When we were on the boat in Sweden, and we were going through the waves, it was raining, and the boat was going sort of fast. And we're going through the Baltic Sea, and all I had on was the Sun hoodie and this windbreaker. And I had the hoods on for both of them like this. It's so lightweight that you'd think I would have been cold. And I usually would have been cold in that situation, but it worked really good. Oh, I always gotta make sure I don't zip up my beard. That's the only problem. If they could make a non-beard zipping zipper, I would appreciate that.
Cute.
I want to talk about the shorts that we used. We just got these at Costco. These are wet, dry shorts. We thought that shorts that could become a swimming suit would be the way to go. So we each brought a few pairs of these.
We didn't want to pack a swimming suit on top of the shorts, and so we figured, why not just get shorts that can be used as swimming suits? And that's what all of them were.
Yeah.
That way, no matter what the environment was, we'd be just fine. And that benefited us
very much came in handy in Ireland.
When we just went straight into the water.
Having the shorts that can also be a swimming suit is the reason we stayed ahead of Greg and John in Ireland. When we were ahead of Greg and John in Ireland.
for that small moment.
Yeah, so they would have been ahead of us much sooner. For example, we got to the Gaiety Theater way before them, and it was because we didn't have to change into a swimming suit.
And then they left way before us, I'll remind us.
As far as socks go, we talked about these socks separately, but we brought way more socks than we needed. I brought some of these nice socks.
Oh, I'm not flexible, sorry.
I brought some of these really nice socks, but I also brought Amazon socks. These are Grip 6 socks, but I threw the Amazon socks away after wearing them once, and then these are socks I wore on the race. You might have seen these featured in the final leg. But you saw them featured on my legs, multiple legs of the race.
True.
Legs. Let's talk about, real quick, what we loaded out in the bag that we never used and then ditched after the Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Because we thought we were eliminated in the Germany leg, and when we found out we were not eliminated that night at the hotel, we threw away a lot of stuff. We threw away water shoes that we had never used, leather gloves.
I think some of our extra shirts.
Yeah, some of the extra t-shirts, a first aid kit, stuff we never used. I never used the headlamp, but
I did, and it's still in my bag. So I think the only time I ever used... In the cave, they provided headlamps for us, so we didn't need ours.
Yeah.
But I still had it with me, and it benefited us because when we were driving around in Seattle in the dark, I was in the back seat, and I was able to use this headlamp to light up the map so I could guide us through wherever we were going.
Yeah, without having to have the dome light on. Now, let's address the fact that some people have only taken one backpack on the race, or said that it's a good idea. I think that's definitely doable. You could, and probably should, we didn't because we didn't think of it, but you could get away with just taking one pack. You must commit to packing light, and you should pack light anyway. You only need like 2 pairs of clothes, one to wear and one to carry.
True.
And you get time to wash your clothes in the sink in the hotel room with the shampoo that's provided. We brought laundry detergent, never used it because we just used the shampoo.
And that's just depending on how long the pit stop is. Because there were some pit stops that weren't as long, and at least from my standpoint, I was hesitant to wash my clothes at the risk of them not drying by morning.
Because I'm anal about, I don't like carrying dirty clothes in my pack. I washed them every time, even if it was a short pit stop. And if I had to use the hair dryer in the hotel room, which there always was one, I did, and I dried my clothes that way. But if we were to ever do this again, we could do it with just one backpack.
And I think we should do that because you should have to carry the backpack and I should just not. I would have been much happier the whole time if I didn't have a backpack.
True. And you could carry the fanny pack because you won't lose
it. Yeah.
We could, and then you need, I think 3 pairs of socks is the optimal number of socks. And that's building in 1 extra pair. You could do it with 2. As long as they're good socks like these ones we brought. This gear, this cold weather gear that we brought, this isn't even the coldest weather gear. This company, Outdoor Vitals, also offers some really nice coats that get super tiny. And we thought about buying those and we didn't, and I'm glad we didn't just because we wouldn't have needed them. Because
we went in the summertime, we were hopeful that we wouldn't get too cold of weather anywhere we went.
Yeah.
There's always the chance, but
if
we
you
crossed
go,
our fingers.
Yeah. Now, I had brought these giant 2.5 gallon size Ziploc bags. And I thought I was going to use them to compartmentalize stuff. It was kind of a waste for me as far as I'm concerned. And I am organized. I unlike him, I knew where everything was in all the pockets.
That reminds me of another awesome thing about this bag is the fact that, if I can find a zipper, here it is. When you can lay this bag flat, and it'll unzip all the way to the bottom.
That's right.
On both sides, all the way down, and you can
flip I'll be your tabletop.
Thank you. You can flip the entire thing open, so you have access to the entire bag when it's laying down, which makes it great for if you got to get something to the bottom of the bag, unzip the whole thing, you can grab it easily. You don't have to try to dig through everything to get to the bottom. That was one thing we loved about this bag, is it was just easy to access everything inside the bag at any time.
There's a ton of features that I want to get into on this bag because it has features other backpacks don't have, but just look up a video about it because I watched a bunch of videos about this bag before I got it.
Are you saying that I just wasted our time?
Yeah, I am. That was my backhanded way of saying shut up.
Well, I love that feature, and so I wanted to talk about it.
There's actually like a ton of cool features on this bag that you're not.
Let me show you another one.
I really want it. I want to talk about the straps and everything else, but there's other people that have done that for us. So, all right, dear friends, if you're ever thinking about going on the Amazing Race, applying for the Amazing Race, just my one piece of advice, and I am a cheapskate, by the way, about a lot of things. I'm a total cheapskate. But when it comes to the gear you're going to bring, do it right. Do not skimp on the gear. We could have bought stuff like that we brought that weighed double and cost half. It would not have been worth it. So, that's it. Thanks.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Why do you have to make everything stupid?
Porky Pig.
I know.
Everyone loves Porky Pig.
I know you're doing Porky Pig. It's just dumb.
Porky Pig is loved by all.
You know what? You're a big... Oh, this is perfect. Let's have our first fight since we never fought during the show.
Let's save it for the cameras.